Day 2 now of the trials for the father and son accused in the death of a California college student. It has been 26 years now since Kristin Smart went missing. Paul Flores is charged with killing her, while his father, Ruben, is accused of helping him hide that crime. Let's go live now to Salinas, California, where Court TV legal correspondent Chanley Painter has been following this case since the start. Chanley, can you give us a bit of a preview of what's happening now on day 2?
Hey, good afternoon, Joy. Well, we have some breaking news. We arrived this morning for court, and the trial today has been delayed due to an unexpected delay, is what we were officially told. Some of the reporters who were here earlier heard it was maybe due to some illness by one of the parties involved in this case, but we are expecting the trial to resume or pick back up where we left off on Thursday. And where we left off after a full day of opening statements yesterday was we were expecting the opening for Ruben Flores' defense. Now, he is being tried for accessory after the fact of murder, accused of helping his son, Paul Flores, hide the remains of Kristin Smart. So we're expecting his defense to start on Thursday. However, we do know that he arrived in court just a while ago. I actually just, Joy, saw him walk into this building with Susan Flores, the mother of Paul Flores. Not sure they received the news that the trial may have been delayed today, so we're expecting him to walk out at some point. But we do know that the prosecutor did give the opening against Ruben Flores late yesterday afternoon here in Salinas. And here's a little bit of what was said by the prosecutor, which is Chris Purville. He said, underneath the deck, in his backyard, in Ruben's backyard, hidden behind some avocado trees, investigators found a burial site. When searching for Kristin, her father, Stan Smart, went to Ruben Flores' home. Ruben Flores confronted Stan Smart, saying, "You better get out of here or someone is going to get shot." We also know that the prosecutor alleged that while the search continued desperately for Kristin Smart in the days after her disappearance, that Ruben and his son Paul didn't participate in the search. Ruben would actually tear down missing posters of Kristin Smart and call her a dirty slut, all while her corpse was decomposing under his deck. So Chris Purville really laying out this case. He would point frequently at the defendants in the courtroom. He gave this opening statement twice yesterday, Joy, because there are 2 juries, one for Paul Flores. We delivered this opening, and then in the afternoon delivered the opening again for Ruben Flores' jury, and added a couple more details about those avocado trees and the burial site, given that he is charged with accessory after the fact. If convicted, Ruben Flores would face only up to 3 years in his part. So it's been very interesting to see how the movement of the juries in and out of the courtroom yesterday. And Ruben himself was actually in the gallery with Susan while Paul Flores' team presented their opening. And then he moved up to defense counsel table while his case was before his jury for prosecution opening. So when this trial does pick back up on Thursday, we expect his defense to deliver those openings and the prosecution's case in chief to begin, Joy.
Yeah, and so what about the case for Paul Flores and the opening statements there? What have we learned about the defense strategy? Obviously, it's a very different case from Ruben's.
It really is, because there was a lot more details. Again, Paul Flores is charged with murder of Kristin Smart, so there's a lot more details that go into his case. And of course, he was the last known person seen with Kristin Smart when she did disappear. Here's a preview of what Robert Sanger, his defense attorney, Robert Sanger, known for actually representing Michael Jackson at one point, Joy, but he began his case in front of this jury, for Paul's jury, saying that there was no evidence. He really harped on the lack of evidence against Paul Flores, saying there's no evidence of what happened to Kristin after Paul left her at the dorm. And he said that police from the very beginning were aware that they had no eyewitnesses. The body was not recovered. There was no physical evidence, no forensic evidence. And he also spent time talking about Kristin Smart herself, almost sort of blaming her for her own demise, about the lifestyle that she was living as a college freshman, first time to live outside the home. He said, you're going to hear evidence about Kristin Smart. The prosecutor just told you she comes from this close, tight-knit family, that everything was wonderful, but that wasn't the case, unfortunately. He said Kristin was engaged in this at-risk at-risk behavior, that she would just randomly get in a car with a guy and drive away, or that she was flunking out of her classes, or that she wanted to go model, or she would tell people that she was a model, or different jobs. And so that was something he really emphasized, as far as there could be other reasons to her disappearance, and not Paul Flores, which the authorities really did zero in on him from the beginning and missed other possibilities. Joy.
All right, thank you so much. Chanley Painter reporting live from Salinas, California this afternoon.